All right, next we have adding integers with number lines. So this one is something we don't use all that often just because it can sometimes become a little bit cumbersome with the problems we have. But it is another method to use. Maybe you end up liking this one the best out of all of them, and that's awesome because that's your choice. So we're gonna see how they work and see how you can utilize them in problems that you're gonna solve. All right. First things first, we start off the same way. Our first order of business is to use our magic Harry Potter wand of a finger and discover if we're working with positive or negative numbers. So I cover up everything except the first number, and I see that this is a -2. I'm going to cover up that -2 and notice that we're working with a +6. So the way that our number line works, we start at 0. My first number was -2, so that means I'm going to draw my arrow to -2. That's our starting point. So we start along the bottom. We can even put like first step here, if that helps you remember. And then our second step is to take care of whatever number we have next. In our case, we're adding 6. And when we add 6, a +6, we're gonna be getting bigger and moving to the right 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then whatever number we land on is our answer. In this case, we landed on 4. All right, same thing on the next problem. I identify my first number. It's a negative. My next number is a positive. I'm gonna start at 0, and I'm gonna draw an arrow to my first number, which is -6. All right, now my next one is a +9, so I'm gonna get bigger by moving to the right 9 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I follow it down and I see my answer is a +3. Our next one is really similar, so I'm just gonna jump down to this last problem. 2 plus -7, so I'm gonna take my finger, cover up my last little bit, and identify that I've got a +2 and a -7. All right, so I'm gonna start at 0, and I'm gonna draw an arrow to +2. And now I'm adding a -7. Now adding we generally think of as getting bigger, but I'm adding a negative, which means I'm gonna have to move toward the negatives. I'm gonna have to move backwards because I'm adding something that's not positive. I'm adding something bad, which means I'm gonna have to move backwards. So I'm gonna start up top and move backwards 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we landed on -5. Okay. So there we are with number lines. Maybe this is the one that you like the best out of all the different methods that we're gonna try. If it is, awesome. If it's not a big deal. It's gonna be your choice on how to solve the problems in the end. All right, there we go. Adding integers with number lines. The big takeaway here is that the first step is this bottom arrow, and then you add some layers to it up top. All right, there we go.